back and welcome to part 3 of our in-depth conversation with Sir Lloyd Brown.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure for you to be here. Yeah. Pleasure for us to be here.
Talking to you guys, and thank you so much for joining us. Having so much fun. There is a part 1, there's a part 2, this is now part 3, and it's all based around his project album, Brown and Bubblers. But right now, I would like to get into the romantic side of Sir Lloyd Brown.
Well, you know, everything is everything. you know what I'm saying? Everything is everything. Sometimes when you get the earth and all these things.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, were you scared?
You got what I need.
I swear to God.
Eddie Murphy delirious, man. We can stand up. All right, go ahead.
Right, all right. So you know that our Sir Lloyd Brown, he is, for me, when you listen to certain tracks that he's written in the past and the way that he's put certain words together, they elude me at the moment. But if you know Lloyd Brown, then you'll know what I mean. And this album is no exception to the rule. There's my favourite track, I said I was going to leave it till the last, but I think I'm going to play it twice, alright, is Hold Tight. And when you go on and you hear this track, then you'll know why it really is one of them. And it's just so nice, it's just like, baby, 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 oh baby. It's such a gorgeous track. So it's original lyrics, I tell you.
Original lyrics, original rhythm. In fact, I need to add right here is that 10 of the 11 tracks are on original rhythms and original lyrics. There's only one rhythm track that is a do-over, a lick-over rhythm, but still original lyrics on top of it as well.
So tell me about Hold Tight. I would have named it Baby Baby, but it's Hold Tight.
Yeah, it's one of those tunes. In fact, it's one of the tunes that I've said baby how many times? Must be around 50 odd times for the word.
The amount of times that we like to hear it, let's put it that way.
Baby, 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 and ow. Yeah, heavily used in that track. But how it came about, it's just one of those songs. I call those kind of songs radio friendly songs. Yeah. Whereas it's radio friendly in the instance where it's a song that is easily sung to. You can easily sing along to the rhythm. That's what I'm about, because by conveying what I convey, I like people to kind of get where I'm coming from. Yes, there's the powers of suggestion and what have you, but but an overall sing-along vibe. It's like baby, baby, baby. It's just an easy way to write a song. But it's a radio-friendly song that I wouldn't even call it a juggling song because I don't really do juggling tunes. But
what do you mean juggling?
Well, it's tunes that DJs always play on rotation kind of thing, and sound man and club DJ, they always play the same kind of tunes at the beginning of a dance just to get the people in and moving. That's what we call juggling rhythms. And then the raving rhythms are when you play the niche tunes that we all know and love in a particular order. But it's a song that it's a radio friendly song where I feel it's guaranteed radio play because it's one of those songs you want to hear on the radio.
I love music anyway, and maybe my ears has picked that one out because, am I allowed to say, it's probably the most commercial of the bunch of tunes that you have got on this album.
Right.
It may not necessarily be the best, and that's the good thing about your albums, is that it's hard to pick a favourite. I find that as I go through your albums, or anybody's albums, you know, I find that I'll play them and then I'll get hooked on one tune.
Right.
And I'll play that to death.
Right.
And not because I've fallen out of love with it, I've just moved on to another track and then I'll play that to death. That one hit me first.
Well, it's an interesting point you make, because I'm not a singles artist. You know, I've stopped being a singles artist quite a while ago, and because I make albums with such regularity, my albums are more or less my singles. Do you know what I mean? It's a collection of tracks that is within the concept of the whole album. Do you know what I mean? Because all of my albums, you know, I don't name my albums with a track from the album. You know what I mean? All my albums have one-away titles to them that makes you wonder, well, why did he call it that album? And when you listen to the album, it's like, okay, I get it. I get why he called it that, and that's all part of the concept as well. You know, so
is it fair to say, sorry to jump in there, but what's just come to my mind then, most people make music because they love to and they can, but they also want to make money from it.
Yeah.
The vibe I'm picking up from you, it's the music first. You just want people to hear your music, and if it makes money, it makes money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's the vibe I'm picking up from you. In all honesty, the
funny thing is, right, is that a colleague of mine, he's a DJ and he's based in Miami, Florida, right? And he said to me, he said, Mr. Brown, you remind me of Prince. Because Prince don't business, whether they make money or he don't make money. The thing is, he just make music. And that is the thing for me. Making music is the most important thing for me. People make music for different reasons, right? That's fair to say. Early in my career, you know, it can be safe to say that I made music because because that's what I love doing, but then there was an end game to it by me becoming established and me becoming famous within the fraternity, I guess, to use that word. But you get older, you take stock and you ask yourself, okay, as newer generations come into the music business and them basically making a headway, even to some degree further than you did, you got to ask yourself, well, is this something that you want to continue doing, despite the fact of other artists and other people within the music fraternity making their profiles, getting more bigger, they're making more money and what have you? Is that your motivation? Has that been your motivation? Will that be your motivation? And I just got to the point where it's like, okay, I have the resources to make music for, and that all basically started from me wanting to produce my own music, because it was a natural transition to make from being a singer to being a producer. It's the same way with an actor, being an actor and then being a director. It's the natural transition that you basically make from being a commodity to a person molding the commodity. Do you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. You are holding the reins.
Yeah.
So for me, many people will want to know then, if you're not making the money from putting out these albums, because you're doing one a year, and then in between that you'll be making videos as well. How are you managing to make this happen? Because a lot of people, they need to shoot a video. I mean, this is a prime example. He wants to do an interview, and I don't want to give too much away about the studio, but he is self-sufficient. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
It's we've got here a screen. How have you become to educate yourself? Did you go to school? How is it possible that you can do all of this?
YouTube! I'm not gonna front. It's like, if you want to know how to boil... If you want to know how to boil an egg properly, you can go on YouTube and find out that. So for me, at the end of the day, it's like I decided to form my own company, Rhythm Works. From 2006, I made a conscious decision of becoming a producer, making my own music, because I was signed to Jetstar Records, and you know what happened in Jetstar was good, bad and indifferent in equal measure. But I wanted to make the transition from just being a vocalist to being an artist in control of his destiny. So I decided to become a producer, and I have to big up Bitty McLean and Bubblers again for their master classes in production, and me soaking all of that up like a sponge and realizing, okay, I know better, so I'm going to do better, right? And I have to work hard at doing that. So I spent 6 months in just learning how to turn on a computer, install programs, learn how to mix, learn how to record, and it's trial and error, just like with everything else, but also to embellish what I do by putting live instruments alongside the digital instruments that I use, and just creating a hybrid of the two, and just creating my own sound, because I wanted to have Bubblers sound, Mafia and Fluxy's sound, and Stingray's sound. I wanted to have a sound, and Rhythm Works was basically the template for the sound that I have now created for myself, and also other artists that I produce as well. So, you know, in answer to your question, it's like, you know, I learn with the resources that I have, and it's no different to anybody else. You know, a person can run a business with a laptop and a phone, and I've seen it, where thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and pounds have exchanged hands by just one person sitting down in their yard with a phone and a computer.
Well, there you go. I mean, what's his name? Ran his business from the local telephone box, Only Fools and Horses. What was his name?
Del Boy.
Del Boy.
Del Boy.
Do you know what I mean? So he's been doing that.
Stick a pony in my pocket. I get the suitcase from the van.
Yeah. So on this album, we talked about there is another track on there that's been, well, it hasn't been reworked from what you're telling me. You've just decided to revamp it right there.
Right there.
Yeah,
right there was basically, it was on the rhythm called Love is a Treasure, which was firstly recorded by the late Freddie McKay. And Bubblers just put his team to it. And there was many other versions, many other counteractions to it, because he wanted me to record a piece on that rhythm track. Victor Romero Evans had a piece on it, Janet Kay had a piece on it, Luciano had a piece on it, Gappy Ranks had a piece on it, and he just wanted me to just make up the fivesome, as it were. And when I heard it, I just said, and it just reminded me of a buxom woman in a tight red dress, just walking, owning the place where she was at. I just had that vision, and it was like, look how she looks so.
Look how she looks so. Look how she dance so. Watch how she bounce so. Look how she moves so. I don't know what it is about my baby. She never ceased to amaze me. Her thickness is my weakness. Sister Big Bones, she got the God bless. Kill conversation with the swagger. When she bounced past the man, them stagger. She made a beeline for the corner. For her agenda, for tear down wallpaper. Ooh, right there, she hugged me up.
Yeah, it just had that vibe of it. So in a way, it was kind of like a successor to Main Squeeze. It was a continuation of that. So yeah, that's how the song came about.
And you're about to do a video for that now, aren't you?
Yes, I'm gonna shoot a video for that, and shoot a video for While There's Life.
While There's Life. So we've got lots to look forward to. All right, so summertime. Summer love. Yeah, it's funny how things kind of flow, because
when I actually wrote Summer Love, I think Lady Lex had a tune with Magnet Records called Summertime, and Bubblers actually built the track for that rhythm as well. But I wanted to write a song about the summertime and what it evokes. Do you know what I mean? And just make it a seasonal thing where, yeah, obviously the song can get played on the summertime to kind of add to the soundtrack of your life in the summer. And yeah, I mean, what, you know, I could just ask a question: what does summertime mean to you? And know that it will be a part of the lyric in that song.
Absolutely. Summer evokes love. Was it a summer fling? See you in part 4.
Feel the summer love, summer love. Ooh, yes, I'm feeling the summer love, summer love. Ooh, yes, I'm feeling the summer love, summer love. Ooh, feeling the summer love, summer love. Ooh, well, it's about that time when everybody says I, with a smiling face comes the sunshine, with an abundance of light, and everybody feels fine. Groove up down, cruise control. Music a beat from radio